Is Yotta. You ain't know? Listen. Alright, if you hear any noise or voices in the background, or basically like my bitch, she is laying on here over on the bed and stuff. You know, she a puppy and everything in a sense, so I would like to get her like some toys and stuff like that. You feel free. I am accepting, you know, donations in a sense that aren't intended for ill will toward her or me. I am accepting basically donations in order to get her some, little toys or what have you. I got some laid out that she'll really like, like food where she could like, get her mind stimulated and, do little certain little stuff like that. However, I'm not dependent on nobody for money. All right. So, if you, so the universe will know, your intentions, whatever, and it will be used um, for good purposes. And like I said, especially I would like to get her some things, for the holiday, so that being said, okay, here's a little something I would like to jump on. Okay, so there's some individuals that don't know I know what they've been doing behind closed doors. Okay, like I said, some have been dealing with dark arts. All right, some have put somebody out. Somebody has put somebody out there, like apparently like somebody supposed to be close to me or whatever. Okay, some are hearing, some. Okay, look, let me just wrap this up. Okay, all right. Okay, just because somebody was birthed through the wound of females or whatever, what have you, doesn't mean that they like are in their soul tribe. So basically, some children, some births, they're spiritually more ancient, or like I said, more spiritually mature. Basically, their spiritual their spirit is more powerful than the one that it just kind of depend on who it is who's having the child, who's having that happen in a sense. So this to wrap this up. Okay, just because I came through the womb of my biological mother, okay, doesn't necessarily make her over me. She's my guardian for a specific time. Okay, so that's what that is. She is my biological mother. That's why you have to say biological mother. All right. Nonetheless, the Holy Spirit is basically Father, Mother, God is my real parents. Okay. That being said, because Father, Mother, God created me. Okay. Now, this being said, what's all this talk that? What's this the big deal? How is he? Okay, look. Let me just let you know something, okay? Okay. Did you know that people got different blood types, right? Okay. So my biological mother doesn't have the same blood type as me. My biological father doesn't have the same blood type as me. All right. So, this being said, even my sibling, they don't have the same blood type as me. All right. All right. That means they can't specifically give me their blood. Okay. That happens in yeah, that does happen. Okay, so that being said, okay, I have a very rare blood. All right. The rarest blood any of y'all have. Okay, I have the rarest of them. I can barely catch a disease. Okay, all right. I'm very specific about mine. Already, if I'm telling you, if I'm giving out these messages, it already means all of the previous messages, all of these messages, I have already laced with a little something if somebody would like to be disobedient or hard-headed, would like to think they're doing tend to outsmart, okay, you feel me, that tend to think they're going to outsmart me, okay, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It's not going to happen. All right. That being said, so this being said here, all right, I came before all y'all. I'm the head of all the bloodlines. Okay, so all y'all think y'all in some kind of like occult or whatever, doing occult practices, doing performing dark arts. I done seen some videos about some of y'all practices and y'all being used by. Look, like I said, look, I advise y'all to stop. Okay, those entities that y'all been trying to been summoning and conjuring. Okay, those specific like lower frequency entities. Okay, they're coming for y'all. Okay, doesn't matter how many people, individuals y'all try to do stuff to. Okay, they're coming for y'all specifically. Okay, y'all can't run. Okay, y'all called it. Okay, so they're coming to you. Okay, specifically, y'all shouldn't be calling. Y'all shouldn't be calling them out. Okay, if they ain't come looking for you, you feel me? You had no reason to call them. All right. Okay. That's what I said. Like, I'm the head of all bloodlines. All right? All bloodlines. Okay? So if you're trying to throw a dark magic on me, you're trying to attack all the bloodlines, including yours, including yourself. Okay? That's what y'all been doing. Okay? So those entities are going to go to y'all. Okay? All those that gossip. I mean, gossip, like, okay, this is what gossip means, okay? When you're behind closed doors and you're gossiping about a person, you feel me? And they're not really there to defend themselves. You know, they're not in the same room, but you got some bad mouthing to say something. It could be something real slick. It could be something real slick. That's black magic, okay? All right. Don't worry, baby. I already had a prayer in motion, baby. And my prayers have been in motion, okay? They're in motion. They've been in motion, okay? So basically, I'm just letting you know, stop doing those, okay? Basically, any attack that is aimed toward me literally makes me stronger. Unapologetically so. Demiselessly. And this is totally irreversible for myself. With pure errorlessness. Regardless of whether any at all like it or not in some way, shape, fashion, or form. This would so. For I, Father, Mother, God's favorite. I, the angel of lightning and storms. I, the true owner of the darkness. All right? And so, it is what's so for myself individually. And so mote it be. Now, all right, yeah, because some of y'all keep thinking y'all go keep throwing this little magic around here, and y'all don't even know how to use magic. Y'all really don't. No one. Did you know that every word that y'all been coming out your mouth is magic? They're live. They're living. So they got to come back to the one that sent it. You know that, right? So me, I've been putting good things on me, as you already heard. You know, and the only part is I already said a prayer. I already prayed to the Most High about that specific gift. It's a gift, okay? So like I said, your little ill intentions, your in attacks aimed toward me, yeah, it only makes me stronger, okay? So, nonetheless, that's what I just would like to put on here for those that thought they were going to try to leave somebody. Some of y'all are actually guilty by association. You're guilty by association because you haven't cut them off and you haven't exposed what was been going on. Okay, so you're guilty by association. So the universe knows y'all y'all are not more clever than the universe. The universe is wise. Okay. You know what wise means? Okay, the difference between a smart person and a wise person, okay, is a wise person don't put themselves in situations to where a smart person has to think themselves out of. Okay? Probably run that back. Okay? So, basically, stop looking for trouble. All right? Y'all supposed to be building yourself. Okay? This is about people being able to, be independent. Create you a benevolent, a benign, benign ideas, benign, how could I say, better yet, just y'all supposed making yourself more benign, not malign or malignant, okay, not malevolent, okay, all right, because some y'all are inhaling energies that y'all look. I done went a little bit of past time. I really would like to get that in. So, like I said, there's energies that y'all's inhaling right under your nose. That's basically something's gonna happen. Okay, so like I said, there's things. The thing is, we can't go back. Okay, I can't go back to being limited. Okay, okay. There's individuals that can no longer go back to be limited. Okay, the universe is taking everything that anybody's stuff, anybody's life that was built on sand, the universe is going to take it from you. Anybody that's been making their life on tearing down others, all of what they built is going to get tore down. Okay, they're going to try to take people in, they're going to try to take individuals with them, because they set themselves up for their own demise. All right, so I suggest anyone watching this video get into alignment with your assignment, okay, that is demiseless, okay, and doomless and authentic. All right, okay, I love y'all, and stay accountable, because karma, universal karma, forgets no addresses. So if you've been mad, little something, little, okay, what you've been having in your heart, because everything that's been in your heart, everybody's going to see everything that's been in individuals' hearts. That's what's happening. Individuals going to see what's been in everybody's hearts. Y'all no longer all that babbling y'all been doing, Babylon. Okay, y'all falling. Okay, y'all heart is being exposed. Some of y'all are spiritually bankrupt. All right, and your heart's going to show that. Your body most likely going to be deteriorating from the inside out. It's going to show. All right. So like I said, y'all supposed, you feel me? Y'all know what y'all supposed to be doing. And the whole part is, the universe said, we're taking off the training wheels. Everything that y'all been putting out, everything y'all been talking about, stand on that. So now individuals going to have to stand on what they've been talking about. Okay. So if you jealous of me, or you iffy me, now you just going to have to stand on that. Wow. Hey, that's your choice. Okay. So if y'all would like to become my footstool, hey, y'all are preparing yourself pretty well. All right. Because I'm going to keep ascending. My gifts are coming. Okay. There's going to be some things that's going to be happening on Mother Earth that are going to blow some minds. Boo! They can't believe it. Okay. Okay. Some of y'all missed out or are missing out on opportunities. Some of y'all are really missing out on big, beautiful spiritual opportunities. Okay. So like I said, I'm not missing out on mine. I don't call me crazy all you want. I always get the last laugh. All right. Love y'all. Stay accountable.